So hi guys, welcome to the channel Learn Concepts with Nikhil, Discover, Learn and Grow. So in this particular video, we will be learning about requirements in IT industry, right? We will be learning about definition of requirements as well as we will be learning about how many types of requirements are there in IT industry. Before that, let's revise what we have done in the previous video. In the previous video, so we have learned about stakeholder as well as stakeholder management, right? Yeah. Uh, and yeah, we have also learned about the techniques of effective stakeholder management for mastering stakeholder management. So now we will be jumping into the video of requirements in IT company. So what are requirements, right? In IT company, requirements refers to the specifications, needs or conditions that a system, software, or a project must meet to be successful. To say simple, requirements are nothing but they are the needs and wants of the client or the customers, so that it will be satisfying their business, right? So yeah, that is about the requirements definition. They are the needs and wants of the clients or the customers, right? Requirements are converted into features, functions, operational conditions of the software solutions. As a BA, once you gather the requirements, right, you'll be gathering the requirements from clients. If you are a BA or a product manager from a product-based company, you'll be gathering the requirements from the customers, right? After gathering the requirements from clients and customers, you'll be converting those requirements into user stories, and you'll be giving to your development, design, and testing team so that it helps them to design, develop, and test a perfect product. So yeah, as I said, you will be giving your requirements to your design and development team so that they will be converting those requirements which are given by the clients and customers to the few which are given by the clients and customers. They will be converting them into futures functions and operational conditions. Operational conditions are nothing but how my software should work, what are the operations needed to what are the operations needed to land from one page to another page, vice. Those are operational conditions of particular software or something. Yeah. Next is requirements guided design, development, and testing teams to build a successful project. As I said you before, once as a BA or a product manager or a product owner, I think product owner will not be collecting the requirements. It's a job of BA, business analyst, or the product manager. Once you have gathered the requirements, and once you have given it to the design, development, and testing team, they will be building the perfect product based upon the requirements. It's like ensuring the clear communication. You will be clearly stating what are the requirements and what is expected from them to do. So based on requirements, BA converts them into user stories. As I said you before, he will not directly give the user story. He will not directly give the requirements to the he will not directly give the requirements to the technical team, that is design, development, and testing team. Instead, he will be creating some user stories. I said you right, user story format as a dash. I want a dash so that a dash, and there will be also acceptance criteria when writing the user story. Acceptance criteria is nothing but specific guidelines or instructions to build that particular software. So last point is like it is a combination of all first 4 points. Requirements in IT industry are documented needs, conditions, and capabilities that a system, software, or project must fulfill to achieve its goal. As I said, you requirements. If you have the clear requirements, you can build the perfect project. If you have unclear requirements, you will be building a failed project. So, a simple guys, requirements are nothing but needs and wants. To keep it posh, we will be calling it as requirements, but they are nothing but the needs and wants of the client or the customers, so that we can build a software with the help of requirements, so it can satisfy their needs and wants again. So a project fulfill. Okay, they define what a system should do. As I said, we will be what you say. We will be talking about what are the different types of requirements also in the next slide.
They define what a system should do. That is nothing but they are called as functional requirements. But don't worry, we will be jumping into these explanations in the next slide. So they define what a system must do, system should do, how it should perform. It is nothing but non-functional requirements and any constraints it must operate with. Okay. So basically, requirements are nothing but they are the needs and wants of the clients and customers. Simple, guys. So these are the types of business. These are the types of requirements with some examples. First is business requirements. Basically, there are five to six types of requirements. First one is business requirements. Second one is functional requirements, and third one is non-functional requirements. Functional requirements and non-functional requirements comes under solution requirements. So I didn't keep solution requirements directly. I kept functional and non-functional requirements. Fourth one is technical requirements. Technical requirements of the client or the stakeholders, basically external stakeholders. Next one is compliance or regulatory requirements. That is nothing but government and regulatory bodies requirements. And these are the five types in the service based IT companies. But if you are working in a product based IT company, then there is also another type of requirement called stakeholder requirement. Along with these five requirements, there will also be stakeholder requirements when it comes to product based companies. So let's discuss about each of them in detail. First is business requirements. Business requirements are nothing but high level goals and needs from a business perspective. For example, your C-suite executive has said that I want to build an app, right? Your CEO or COO or somebody who said you that you need to build an app. Karke, he said you need to build an app and you need to build an app for food delivery services. Karke, he said you he said you the business requirement. He did not say anything about the app. How my app should be looking like, what should be the design, what should be the back end of my app, and like what programming language you need to use. Karke. He did not mention anything. He did not say how, but he said only what, right? So this is a business requirement. He will be saying only the high level view, like build an app for food delivery services. That is nothing but business requirements. And next, as a BA, you have to collect more and more requirements from your stakeholders, and you have to what you say you have to collect more and more functional and non-functional requirements related to the tab. But business requirements is something you will be your C-suite executives will be saying only high level goals. Let's see the examples. The company new mobile app should increase customer engagement by 30%. He said that the company's mobile app should increase the customer engagement by 30%. That's all. He did not say how. Like how you can increase the customer engagement. He did not say anything about it. You'll offer discounts or not, or else you will be building more user experience app or not, like you'll be delighting the users or not. Karke, he did not mention anything, what to do what not to do. Karke, he did not mention anything. He said the goal to build an app to build an app sorry, the company's new mobile app should increase the customer engagement. He said just a high level. You have to take the requirements from your stakeholders. You have to gather functional and non-functional requirements in order to achieve that goal. He just said the goal. He said what, but not how, right? The system should allow online payment processing for international customers. It is a high level goal. He did not say what payment gateways should I integrate, or he did not say anything related to what APIs I need to integrate those both apps or both features. He did not say anything related to how. He only said high level view. I want this do something or anything, but build that and give for me karke. So these are the business requirements, and business requirements are basically given by like a C-suite executives. C-suite executives are nothing but your CEO, CTO, COO, CFO. These will be giving your business requirements. Next is functional requirements. Functional requirements comes under solution requirements. Solution requirements are nothing but the actual product requirements,
like actual product or actual software requirements. So first is functional requirements. Define or describe the specific behavior or functionality of the system. For example, if you are building an app, if you are building an app, that app should be functional, right? If it is not functional, it's not even called as app. So forget about it. But that app should be functional. If you are clicking on a next page, it should transfer me, or it should land me in the next page, right? So if you're clicking on one button, which is which like if you're clicking on one button, which is translating or not translating, which is transfer. We cannot call it transferring. If you're clicking on one button, it should make me land on the another page, right? So it is functionality. If you're clicking on button, it should show the price. For example, take a food delivery app. You want only biryani specific recipes. If you click on biryani category, you'll be getting only biryani specific restaurants and biryani specific dishes, right? It is functionality. If you click on one button, it should land me on the another page. It is functionality. So this is just a basic example. Like if you go to the software or any website, if you click on one page, it should make me move to the another page, vice versa. So it is a functionality. So you will be, as a business analyst, you will be gathering business requirements too, as well as functional requirements too. So users should be able to sign up using an email and password. So even this is a functional requirement, right? Why? Because if he sign up, the user should be able to sign up using an email and password. It is a function. If not, after signing up, he should move to next page. This is functional requirement, right? The application should send a confirmation email after registration, right? These are all our functionals. You are doing some function and it is also sending some response. So these are functional requirements. Functional requirements comes under solution requirements. Solution requirements are nothing but actual product or service requirements. And you will be collecting these business requirements from C-suite guys, C-suite people, and functional requirements and non-functional requirements you will be collecting from your stakeholders, internal stakeholders, or your clients, or yeah, sometimes customers too. Like why? Because finally customers are the end users of your uh, finally customers. Here in the case, customers means like it can be B2B customers or B2C customers based upon the software you are building. But you have to take the feedback and you have to take the requirements from customers too, customers or clients. Next is non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements are something define the quality attributes, system constraints, and operational characteristics. For example, sorry, sorry. So here our first functional requirement is user should user should be able to sign up using an email and password. After signing up with the email and password, he will be landing in the home page, right? But what if he will be signing up with email and password, and what if he will be landing on the home page after 10 minutes? It's acceptable? No, right? It is not even acceptable. It should be very fast. Like once you click on the login, it should directly go to home page or landing page. But if you click on the login, it whether like if you click on the login and if it loads and loads and loads and goes to home page in 10 minutes, it is not at all acceptable, right? So वो क्या होगा, non functional requirements are those like they will be concentrating more on performance of the app, security of the app, usability of the app, and scalability of the app. Let's assume, let's take an example. Let's take some examples. Performance. The system should do process 500 transactions per second. Okay, this is somewhat technical, but performance is nothing but speed, right? Speed and fast. If I click on the login button, it should directly land me into the home page. Varna, it is not doing well in the perspective of performance. If it lands after 10 minutes, it is one of the worst step. So the performance, when I click on the login, it should go to immediately. It should go to home page. So it should be very fast. That is nothing but performance. Next is security. Hackers should not hack your app or your account easily. The security should be very tight, right? So all passwords must be stored using SHA-256 encryption. It is related to cyber security, but it should be secure, right? Your app or your website should be secure. Those are non-functional requirements. Usability. The mobile app should be accessible for visually impaired users. It is nothing but it is related to design, UX design. It should be usable, it should be feasible, it should be accessible, right? So it should be very easy. Usability is nothing but it should be easy, so that customers can be delighted, desired, like not desired, but customers can be delighted, right, while using your app. So it should be very easy. It should be easy for non what you can say handicapped people too. Some people cannot some people have some disabilities, right? It should be easy for them also to understand about your app. So this is about usability. It should be easy to use. And scalability is nothing but, for suppose uh, if you have built an app, a chatting app, and more than like 10,000 users are using your app, it should not crash. More than 1 lakh users are using your app, it should not crash, right? Sometimes क्या होगा कि in some apps, I will not take the names, but in some apps, if the volume is high, if the people are more, if the more people are using your app, it will be getting crashed. Scalability is nothing but it should not be getting crashed. How many people it may be, you like any number of people can use the app, and it should be perfectly working. It should be perfectly fine. So scalability is nothing but the web application should support up to 1 million users without performance degradation. Okay. After 1 million users, it will become slow, or it will take time to go to next page or something. But up to 1 million, 1 million users, it will work fine, right? This is scalability. Like your app should your app or software or website should contain the scalability option. Any number of users may come, it should work perfectly fine. This is non-functional requirements. Functional and non-functional requirements comes under product requirements. Next are technical requirements. Technical requirements are nothing but you will be specifying them some specifications. For example, technical requirements definition specify the technology stack, framework, and infrastructure needed. Okay, it is what you can say technical requirements are related to technology requirements as well as infrastructure requirement. You will be taking technical requirements majorly from your internal stakeholders. That is nothing but a design team or development team. Sometimes testing team too. But for about testing team, why? Because you will be using some softwares, right, for testing. So you will be taking requirements from testing team. Majorly, you will be taking requirements from development team about technology stack, frameworks, and infrastructure, right, and also design team. So the example is the backend must be developed using Python and Django, right? So these are the technical requirements which will be given by developers and all internal stakeholders. The data should be stored in PostgreSQL database, right? So it is related to technology and technical terms, which requirements are given by technical people. Next is compliance and regulatory requirements, legal and industry standards that system must follow. For example, in the previous videos, I have said you about the SEBI rules, right? You are building an app, you are building an finance app or stock market app. Based on the SEBI regulations or RBI regulations only, you will be building that app, right? So, for example, you are building an dog related or animals related app. Based on actually there will be a animals regulatory board or animals regulatory association. So based on those associations requirements and based on those associations regulations, you will be building an app, right? You will be considering their requirements also and their requests, not requests, but they will be you will be considering their requirements also in building your app. So these are related to compliance and regulatory requirements. This is the end of this video, but there is also one more what you can say. There is also one more type of requirements that is called as stakeholder requirement. When you are working in product based company, stakeholder requirements also plays a crucial role. Why? Because you will be taking requirements from your customers. Also, you will be you will be having different types of customers, right? You will be having different segments while you are working in your product based company. So you will be taking requirements from your customers, you'll be taking requirements from your stakeholders, internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, and also these are the types of requirements. And in the next videos, we will be learning some more about requirements, about prioritization. What are the tools and techniques needed for requirement gathering and all, right? Yeah. In the next video, we will also learn. In the next videos, we will also learn about what you can say, the role of BA, the role of business analyst in requirement gathering and requirement elicitation. Requirement elicitation is nothing but it's called as requirement gathering only. But in order to act as POSH, we will be calling it as requirement elicitation. So in the next video, we will be learning about requirement elicitation techniques, right? The role of business analyst in requirement elicitation. So bye guys.